Hello. Today I wanted to share with you some more Sure Thing. Yay, Sure Thing. It's definitely probably one of my all-time favorite patterns, and I know I do have a lot of favorite patterns. If you watch my channel, especially since the beginning, my pattern choices have evolved. There are at least 3 patterns that are always consistently my favorite that haven't changed. Those are Symphony and Hue, Happy Snails, and Heirloom Paisley. You'll constantly, maybe not constantly right now, but if you watch some of my videos, you'll hear and see that those are consistently my favorite prints, and they still are in my top favorite prints. But I think, when I discover a new print, even though if it's not a current stock or a current pattern, and I use it for a while, it does become a favorite of mine. And I definitely think Sure Thing is probably in my top 10 favorite patterns now that I have an actual bag style in it. I think the first thing I got in Sure Thing was the Novelty Zip ID with the pleather turtle on the front. I love that one. And in one of the previous online outlet sales, that exact ID case showed up in the sale. And I just went ahead and bought another one because I love the ID case so much. I wanted to have a backup for when my original one wore down. But now that I have a couple of bags in Sure Thing, I'm just obsessed. And I truly think this is one of those happy-go-lucky bag styles. I look at it, I feel happy. I keep it by my bedstand, I feel happy. I carry it around with me, I feel happy. It truly, just the pattern in this bag itself, the whole bag, makes me happy. I said happy probably way too much in that sentence there, but okay. So anyway, I did do a review on this, and I will link that review down below. But I did pick up another bag style in Sure Thing recently. It was a really good find on Poshmark. And bag styles and accessories too in this pattern are becoming really tough to find. Like I said, I got pretty lucky, especially with this tote. I feel like it's a dream. I don't really understand. Sometimes I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I got really fortunate to find this, and I just really appreciate it and love it so much. But I did find a, so you'll see inside, and I normally don't do this. I do it once in a while when I'm carrying my little crossbody and Heirloom Paisley. I will nestle that little crossbody into some of my bigger bags and totes. I thought the little Hipster might be too big for this bag, but I was wrong. It fits nestled down in there really nicely, and I'll show you that before I take it out. So let me I usually tuck the straps down beside it a little bit there. So that's what it looks like. And I still have all 6 pockets around filled with my items and things like that. But I really wanted to I didn't want to stop using this bag. I wanted to continue to use the small Vera. That's what this is called, in Sure Thing. Wanted to continue to use this, but I also wanted to use the little Hipster I recently got within the past couple of weeks as well. And I thought, well, I can use them both. I can nestle the little Hipster inside, put all of my, grab and go necessities, the things that, if you're running into the store or if you're going for a walk at the park, you have everything you need. For me, that's my phone, my wallet, my keys, bottle of lotion, my headphones, hand sanitizer, at least 1 mask, and then a bunch of little, little accessories like tissues and nail clippers and sunglasses. So that is what I have stored in my Sure Thing little Hipster here. So real quick, before I show you that, I'm going to show you, this is the space that I have left open for the little Hipster, and it fits perfectly. And then in the side slip pockets, I just have items that, I still want to carry with me in my small Vera, but they're not exactly necessities that I need to carry in the little Hipster. But if there is something inside of this bag that I do want, say if I want to bring my extra masks in my Owl's coin pouch, I can throw that right inside and still zip up the bag. Or if I wanted to bring my charging pouch, which this is the coin pouch in Twilight Paisley, I can also fit that in here. So I am keeping that inside the tote, but if need be, I can throw it inside the bag. So that's great. And another really quick thing I wanted to show before I get into the little Hipster, I found this really, really cute notebook. It's like a fruit notebook, and it came in a pack of 3. And it's not Vera Bradley, but when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get that. And it's just, the illustrations of the fruit are so adorable. They almost look realistic, but they do have like a nice faded, almost like an Instagram filter on them. Just super cute. And you know, I have a work notebook where I take all my work notes and, you know, I write down things I need to do. But this is more for personal, so I'll write like, you know, grocery lists and maybe goals lists and appointments and things like that will go in here. This, oh, it does fit in the slip pocket. I actually didn't think it would fit, so I've been having it sit in there loosely, but it does. It fits in the back one, so that is great. I am parked in a new place today. I'm parked actually pretty close to the highway because the place where I usually park, there were a ton of cars and there were people too. So, and that's, like I said before, is at a church. I didn't feel comfortable doing that when there's a lot of people there. So I am parked actually close to where I used to work back when I lived in this town. So it is kind of close to the highway. So if you hear a bunch of sirens and cars and things like that, I do apologize. But yeah, I was really happy to have found that notebook. So yeah, just thought I'd show that real quick. Alright, so maybe I can try to keep this right here so it's like somewhat still in the frame. I have to keep tapping on my phone screen so the color adjusts, because when you bring either a really light colored bag or a dark colored bag into the frame, it throws the whole coloration of the video out of whack. I don't know why it does that. It does that a lot for me. So if I keep going like this, that's why, because I'm trying to get the my iPhone camera to focus back in onto the bag and not to the darkness. Like, I'm wearing a dark shirt, my hair is dark, the car is kind of dark, so that's why I continue to do that. See, sometimes it adjusts. I notice it just adjusted by itself, but oh well. Okay, so yes, I am so excited about this. So this is the little Hipster in the pattern Sure Thing. Again, I found this on Poshmark. It was for a really good deal. I didn't even bother. I don't think I sent the seller an offer. I think it was already really well priced. And this is the RFID version. However, I'm going to show you something here in a second. Actually, let me just adjust the strap to shoulder bag length here. I just put it, or not shoulder bag, I mean crossbody length. So as you can see, it is a crossbody bag, but you can have it as a shoulder bag, which I do like to wear it like that too. Okay, someone just parked behind me. I hope no one tells me to leave because I might not be able to be parked up here. Okay, I think they're just turning around. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so first I'm going to talk a little bit about the pattern placement that I got. So, like I said earlier, Sure Thing is kind of slim pickings right now. I don't know if maybe someday there'll be more Sure Thing online, but it's really, really hard to find items in this pattern. There are a few items on eBay and some other third-party websites. There's also some on verified Vera Bradley retailer sites, like Occasionally Yours, for example. So there are opportunities to pick up certain items in this pattern, but for example, almost every purse bag style out there is really tough to find. So when I found this, in other words, I wasn't going to be picky about pattern placement. I also said in my last video that I don't think you can get a bad pattern placement with this print. I think all of it is beautiful. Even the parts where there are no critters, there are no starfish, there are no fish, there are no seahorses, no turtles. I think just the regular corals and the seaweed and all of that, and the shells too, are just pretty on their own. So when I saw this, I was obviously really happy because I do really like the blue teal starfish right there. I think that to me is one of the best parts of the pattern. And I have a, let's see, I have got the big one on the side here on the small Vera. And then I think there is a good one on the back. Well, there's a nice red one, but I know there is a blue teal one on here somewhere. Maybe this one's a completely different starfish, but I thought there was like a blue teal one. Maybe not. But anyway, like I said, the starfish are also my favorite part of the pattern too. So when I saw that front and center there, I just grabbed that. And then you've got the shell and lots of pretty coral and sea life going on there. And then you've got the Vera Bradley pleather nameplate. And then you switch to the back, and the pattern placement is gorgeous. So you basically have the same pattern placement on the front. So if you see this, there's the starfish and the shell. You've got that same starfish and shell, but it's just a more bigger swath of the pattern here. So you do have that full seahorse that got cut off here. So he is full force on the back. You've got an anchor, or at least parts of 2 anchors here, and just lots more of that pretty snapshot. And that's what I really like about the back pockets on the little hipsters, is that you just get one big rectangle where you've got really, really pretty pattern placement. So I just realized the person that just drove behind me, they were dumping stuff in the dumpster back here in the corner. I don't know if any of that audio picked up on the video here. If it did, I apologize for that. It was kind of loud to me, so I hope it wasn't loud to you. But anyway, that's what I really, really adore about this pattern, is that there's just so much going on. You know, there's not a whole lot of blank space in this pattern. I mean, you know, you do get parts of the pattern where there is, you know, just the water, just the waves. But it's just, I don't think there's a bad part that you can get. There are preferable parts, like I said, like the seahorse or the turtle, but everything else is just equally as beautiful to me. So there are the sides of the bag, and you can see the bag's got a little bit of a gusset type shape, so it does accommodate a good lot. I've got a starfish on the bottom. Oh, there's another one. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, there is one thing I noticed. I got nearly a perfect seahorse on the strap. So of course it is repetitive, so you'll get to see it again here. So there it is again, right there. And then it will repeat again. It just goes kind of all the way around. So there it is on the inside of the other side of the strap. So when I saw that too, I didn't see that in the pictures online when I bought it off Posh. So I was super happy about that when I saw the perfect seahorse on the strap. Like, look at that. That's just amazing. That alone, you know, when I got that in the mail, that just made me really smile. I was really happy. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get into the first pocket, what I'm keeping inside of there. We do, again, have the pleather zipper pulls. They are the loop style, and that is for all of the zippers on the outside. So, and it is the metal zipper with the short thing pattern. This one is a little bit finicky. It's not bad. I've been trying to maneuver it back and forth several times just to kind of get it to warm up, to loosen up a little bit, and it's been okay. So it does zip down to right about here. And then in there, I'll show you what I've got. So I do have a mask. It's just a regular cloth t-shirt material mask. And then I've got my sunglasses and tissues. So what I wanted to say earlier about this bag, here's the sunglasses. This is marketed as an RFID protected bag. However, and I might have said this in some of my other videos, I can't remember, but I don't use the built-in wallet in this bag style, or really any bag style that has the built-in wallet capability. I think that's really ingenious and a really good idea for people that do like to use that. It's personally not for me, so I do cut them out of my little hipsters. So that's what I did here. So I cut the RFID, or sorry. I think that is the RFID. It's like, so in this configuration, it's like 3 card slots and an ID slot and a money slot. I just cut all of that out, and I think that is the RFID function. That's where it comes from, but I did cut that fabric out. So now, as you can see, it's just one big pocket. That way, I can throw whatever I want in there. So I put my sunglasses, my tissues, and an extra mask in that pocket. And if I wanted to, I could put my Zip ID in here before. That's what I've done with my other little hipster, but I just like the idea of keeping my sunglasses and my mask separately in this pocket. And you can actually get a really good look at that seashell interior print. So we've got that nice light translucent blue with those beautiful dark blue and translucent shells. Getting tongue-tied here. So now that I have that, the card slots and everything cut out, to me this pocket is a lot more functional. That way when I'm putting items in there, it's not going to get in the way. I know modifying stuff, you know, is not for everyone. That modification might make some people frustrated, but it's just what works for me. So that stuff fits in there really nicely. And then for the main, well actually let's just go to the back first. So I did mention the strap is adjustable. The back, we do have the nice magnetic slip pocket. And we do have a nice starfish up there. That's great. And in that slip pocket, my phone, which is the regular sized iPhone 10, fits back there perfectly. I am filming with it, so I cannot demonstrate, but just take my word for it. It does fit back there. And then for the main pocket, it is the nice soft plastic zipper, which is great. And it goes from this corner all the way around to that corner. And I'll just give you a snapshot of my necessities. As you can see, I can fit a whole lot more stuff in here. As I demonstrated, I could fit that in there, and I could like maneuver it to make it look better. Let's see, what else can I fit? The notebook I showed you is a little big, so that's not going to fit. I have a pack of wet ones. Those can fit down in there perfectly. So I can fit a lot more, but I just went ahead and put just the necessities in this bag. So for me, that is this bottle of lotion. I'll just put it on my lap for now. My AirPods in this little carrying case. A hair tie. A bottle of Tylenol. Actually this is the little container from the Every Little Thing case, or it's also called the travel pill case. I also have a hand sanitizer in there. And then my wallet, I'm still using the Zip ID Lanyard combo in the pattern Foxwood. I just can't get enough of this thing. I love it. Love it so much. So that is what I'm carrying. And there you can see the inside. And on the back wall, there is the nylon Vera Bradley nameplate. And we do have a soft zipper pocket. It does have a little metal zipper pull. And in there, if you remember, I mean, if you watch my videos, I shouldn't assume that you have watched my other ones, but in my other videos, I do have a little heirloom Paisley coin purse, and in there, I just throw everything like Band-Aids, nail file and nail clippers, feminine products, floss picks, gum, a little pair of scissors. So all of that, and you can see it all kind of lined up there, fits in that back pocket with ease and with room to spare. I could probably fit my phone charger and charging cord back there as well, but that's just what I have back in that pocket. And it doesn't infringe on the interior of the bag that much. You can see it adds a little bit of bulk, but it's not terrible. So when I was filling this up earlier, I was so happy because everything fits so nice. And it was just nice knowing that I could fit this little hipster in there. So I'm able to use two beautiful Sure Thing bags at once. Because that's what a crazy Vera fan would do. They'd try to find any way to carry their beautiful items, I guess. Whoops, this is caught on the seat down there. So I kind of rearranged everything there. I could play around with the arrangement a little bit more. I even learned I can stand my ID case and lanyard up. That way it's more linear. So when I zip it up, it's kind of, I don't know if it's any thinner. The bulk doesn't bother me. Honestly, I like bulky bags and bulky crossbodies. That's just how I am. So the little bit of bulk there doesn't bother me a bit, but that's just kind of what we're looking at right now with the wallet standing up. So I can kind of put my hair tie right there. But yeah, it's just really nice and organized, and I like that. So I know this bag is small, but I think it really packs a punch for the size. I could feel really comfortable just taking this out of here, for the day and go, you know, I know we're living in a COVID world right now, so there's not much going out and traveling and things like that. But I'm just saying, on like a normal day, if I were to go to the store and then, you know, I'm working from home, but maybe I would go on a walk later on and then I'd go see my family, I could feel very comfortable taking the little Hipster out of my small Vera, leaving this at home or maybe in the car because I do love it. I want to take it everywhere with me, and just carrying this with me for that errand that I'm going to run. I have taken this around too. I take every opportunity I can, even though if I'm not going anywhere, I try to take it with me. Say to pick up a prescription or run into the grocery store and get milk and eggs or something. And this has been fantastic. The straps have stayed on my shoulder really well. You know, this is not puffy coat season. It is getting warmer where I'm at in the state of Ohio. So I obviously haven't tried the shoulder straps with like a puffy coat. I would assume that if you're gonna do that, or if you have any kind of slippery material like a silk shirt or something like that, you could always do this with the straps. I've done this before with other Vera Bradley bags, but you could kind of loop the straps like this and then put them on your shoulder, and I would assume they'd stay on a lot better if you ever do have that problem of any shoulder bag slipping off your shoulder. But so far so good. I've not had that issue at all. So yes, I've been really loving this and loving this as well. So I thought I'd just jump on here with a real quick one and show you my small Vera Tote and my little Hipster in Sure Thing and how I'm using them. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.